Today we're at the Vilonia High School, and we're listening to a band concert. This is the junior class. Ethan, our grandson, will be in the senior class, which will be coming up next. This is the junior and senior class. Ethan is sitting down there in the front. From what I understand, he has a couple of solos with a piccolo today. And piccolo is not his normal instrument, it's a flute. So we'll see what happens. I need to change positions here. That's Ethan right there next to that kid with the dark hair. You know, being a member of a high school band, either marching band or jazz band, really teaches a young lady or young man a lot of discipline. Yeah, it takes a lot of training. I mean, you just can't, be slackered about playing your instruments. You have to take your own time to do it, and you have to train yourself to get it done. A lot of self-discipline is generated from this. Incidentally, these are brand new uniforms they just got. Different colors. They look more modern. The old uniforms are 20 years old. Really good band. For those of you who keep up with my videos, you know that we recently installed, just recently installed this pellet stove, but the exhaust blower fan located behind that square plate right there was really noisy. It had a high-pitched squeal to it. Well, I thought it would work itself out after a while. We ran it for a couple of days. The stove worked perfectly, but the bearings apparently were bad in that thing, in the motor. Anyway, I contacted the England Stove Works, and I talked to a fella named James, who was a customer representative there, or customer service guy, and I told him, look, we can't stand it. It hurts our ears after a while. Other than that, the stove works perfectly. I said, can you do anything for us? He said, well, what about if I make it go away? I said, well, that sounds great. How are we going to do that? He said, I'll just send you a new blower and a new fan. He says, so we have a new fan, new blower housing assembly is what he said. We'll just send you the whole thing. Well, it just came in. What a great guy that James guy is. I'll tell you what, you got a problem with the England stove? Call customer support and ask for James. The man is the best. So I'm going to go ahead and install it, and we're going to see what happens, see if it quiets down. I get done with one stove and I have another stove problem. The bake element on this thing burned right in half. It caught on fire the other day. I mean, it burned a section out of that bake element that long. Alright, so wifey says, I want this thing fixed. Because we're going into the Christmas holiday here. We got to bake some bread. We got to do a lot of things. So I went down and got the bake element and I stuck it in, and it wouldn't come on. I mean, the broiler works fine, but the bake element does not. So I checked the temperature sensor on it. It reads about almost 1100 ohms. That's good. So it turns out to be a control board problem. And the wifey, she says, I don't care. You do what you got to do, but you better get my stove fixed. All right, wifey, I'll fix it. Well, the old stove motor and blower housing has been replaced. It's a lot quieter, but it's still, it's noisier than I expected. A pellet stove should not be that noisy, but that's just the way it is, I guess. I think it's the hollow chamber that the exhaust fan impeller, whatever they call it, is turning in, is causing an echo. And it just enhances the sound. So I guess hopefully it'll quiet down after a while. But right now it's working good. The stove's putting out plenty of heat. but I'm still not happy with the sound. I may have to, before it's over, sell this one and buy another one. I don't know. His last Christmas concert in high school. Same for a lot of these kids. Well, we got wifey's stove all fixed, didn't I, honey?
Yes.
Yes, I did. I got it all fixed.
He changed the color and everything.
Everything. I don't mess around. This old paint can. I put some new color LED lights up there. Yep. It was an easy fix. I don't mind doing this kind of stuff. Now, are you happy that you got your stove fixed?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
good.
happy.
Good. Today we're out in the corner on the deck, sort of. Kind of windy out here. But it's a nice day. Temperature's not too bad, nice and sunny. It's the 16th of December, 2014. And it's time for me to pony up on some of these packages I've been receiving from our good subscribers. Oh man, I'll tell you what. This one here came from Brian. And it came in a while back, but I've been so busy doing other things I couldn't even get together a usual general run-of-the-mill mishmash video trying to get all these cooking things out of the way. Anyway, Brian sent me a box. I'll tell you what, I don't know what to think about you guys. I just don't know what to think about y'all. He sent me a box of cassette tapes. Check this out. I hope that wind's not messing with my microphone. It always does. Look at all these. Maybe I better take them inside. It's a little too windy out here. Alright, that's a little bit better. Holy mackerel, it was windy out there. Anyway, getting back to our good subscriber and good buddy, Brian. He sent me all these tapes. Look at all these tapes. I got Patsy Cline, I got Willie Nelson, Trace Atkins, Jim Reeves, John Anderson, Dolly Parton. Come on, these are great. He sent me a very nice Christmas card. And it says, John, there's 39 country cassettes and 3 vintage radio shows. This should be a good addition to your audio library. Many regards, Brian. And then there's a card from Brian. Wanted to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Well, the same to you, Brian. Anyway, it's signed Brian and Cheryl. That's interesting. Wifey's sister was named Cheryl. Spelled exactly the same way, too. Thank you, Brian and Cheryl. Oh, my goodness. You guys have spent too much time on me. Too much time, too much money, too much effort on me. Not necessary, but I do appreciate it. I really do. And now we've got box number 2. This one arrived just yesterday. And totally unexpected again. And it came from I'm a Junk Collector. Don up in Ohio. And again, he put Merry Christmas. Do not drop. You know, I'm kind of proud of our U.S. Postal Service here lately. I've been getting several boxes, stuff I've ordered and stuff people have sent me, and the boxes aren't smashed all to pieces. You know, we stopped using the Postal Department to ship packages years ago because they would smash everything. But this box came in excellent condition. Not even a dent anywhere. I'm real proud of the U.S. Postal Department after all these years. Well, let's go ahead and open it up and see what Brother Don has sent me this time. I have no idea what's in it. Well, it's a York's boombox. And it plays cassette. It plays 8-track tapes. I have an 8-track tape in there right now, and it's AM and FM. Now, according to, I got a little kind of a private message from Don here a couple days ago. And he said, "Can you fix radios?" And that was basically it, you know. And they said, "Merry Christmas." I didn't know what that meant. Well, now I know because this came in the very next day. And the AM and FM do not work. However, the cassette tape and the 8-track tape function. Check this out. I got an 8-track in there right now. Pretty neat, huh? Lee Greenwood. And then I've got the cassette tape. Let me see here. I'll get a little bit more noise out of Lee Greenwood. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Now we'll go to the cassette and hit play. Well, I guess I better turn the tape around. That might help a little, huh? Do a little fast forward here. See if I can get a little noise out of this baby. Yep.
I keep telling myself,
not too shabby.
hardly found out my name.
Okay, what I'm going to have to do now, the FM does not work. No sound at all, just a tick in the AM does not work. It might be a bad switch, I don't know. I'm getting a tick out of the speaker. Anyway, I appreciate that, Don. And he also sent me a tube of shoe glue. Shoe goo. Maybe I can fix it with the shoe goo, huh? And this is cool. Check this out. Eyewitness to History, Cronkite Remembers. Wow. It's a VHS tape set, and I have two very good VHS players. You know, it won't be long. Trust me. I'll have a use for these. Holy mackerel. Thanks, Don. You're a fine feller. And let me see, what else did we got here? Oh, he sent me a battery. And another 8-track tape. Organ music. J.S. Bach. Needs a good rebuild. Everything downside's missing. Might be able to do something with that. I don't know if this is an 8. I guess it's an 8-track. Alright. Well, you know what that means, don't you? You know what that means for Brian sending me these cassette tapes. And you know what that means for I'm a Junk Collector Don for sending me all of this stuff. This is going to be cool to work on. I'll have to bang out the speaker here. It's a little sunk in. It'll be something to work on probably in the spring. I won't be able to get to it right away. And because we're starting a new project after the first of the year, and you'll see why. Shout out to my buddy Brian. And shout out to my buddy Don. I'm a Junk Collector. For those of you who follow my videos, you know that a couple of Mish-Mash videos ago, when I was up in Rogers, Arkansas for Thanksgiving, I went to a flea market and I found this Zenith H723. It was a nice fine $7 radio, and there's not a crack or anything like that. It's got some scratches on the lid. The AM worked, the FM did not. Well, when I ran the tubes across the tube tester, I found out that the FM RF amp tube, the 12 DT8, was totally dead. The tube was totally dead, stone dead. And I also found that this one right here, which is the second FM IF amp, the 12BA6, was very weak, just barely reading. But this one right here, the filament was gone in this one, or the heater was gone in this one. It's a two-piece tube, okay? Half of it is the amp, and the other half is the FM converter, all right? Anyway, it was stone dead. These are the two tubes right here. The bigger of the two is the converter and amplifier. So I went ahead and ordered some tubes from a fella named Bob Dobush. Dobush runs a website called findatube.com. He does a good job. He does a very good job. He charges $6 shipping. And look at there. And I like that. You know, I like a guy who charges fair shipping. It only costs him $6.15. I'll give him the 15 cents. That's a pretty good deal. Okay, it comes out of Ohio. And, you know, since the untimely and unfortunate death of my normal tube supplier, Gene Kidd, out in Amarillo, he gave tubes at extremely, extremely reasonable prices. The only one I could find that even came close to him was this Bob Dobush at Find a Tube. So, you know, he has new and used. You go to his website, tell him what you want, and then he'll get back with you and tell you if he has it, and if he does, he'll give you the total price. Good, reliable tube supplier. So far, I've had good luck with him. All the tubes he's sent me have been operational. And my mentor, Brendan, up in Detroit, just put in a big order with Bob Dobush also. So I recommend the man. So let's go ahead and take this, let's get this box open. I have a couple other tubes in there I bought for another rig, by the way. And that it's for our project that will be beginning after the first of the year. We'll get that rig fired up sooner or later, but I need some tubes for it. That tested bad also. So let's get the 2 tubes out we need. Let's put it in here, and if it works, then I can go ahead and clean the chassis and do a bunch of other things and shine up the cabinet. Get the old thing, you know, purring again, I hope. Well, it's finally wifey's turn to cook. She's cooking us a nice soup. Vegetable and beef soup. Oh, I'll tell you what, it smells so good. It is soup time, and boy, does that taste good. And, you know, I like to put butter on crackers, on saltine crackers, and eat it with the homemade soup. That is just the best combination in the world. I learned that butter on the cracker stuff from Mr. Mac 5150. He told me all about how to put that butter on there and make it taste even better. So I appreciate that. Anyway, I'm going to finish up wifey's soup. This is really good. And of course, what kind of Christmas season would it be without a glass of eggnog? Wifey's homemade soup, Mr. Mac 5150's butter on a cracker. I think it was him that told me about that. Pretty sure it was. I may be wrong. You never know. And of course, eggnog. And I'm pretty sure he told me about eggnog too. By the way, has anybody seen old Radio Al lately? You know, him being gone now, he's stretching this out way too long. We should at least see him 3 times a month. Come on. Alright, here we go. I can't remember. What's FM? FM is up at the top. Down is AM, FM. Let's go ahead and turn it on. First time turn on. Let me see. I see some tubes lighting up. Come on, baby. Let's have some AM here, FM here. Oh. There it is. Let's turn up the volume here. Well, we got some noisy audio. Probably got some dirty tube pins and whatnot, a couple of capacitors that are bad that need to be changed, in particular that bumblebee down there. But we'll see what happens. That's better than what we had. We had nothing, so this is an easy fix. Good show. Very good show. Excellent job. Very, very good. And here he is, the great flute player, the great piccolo player, in his new uniform. Looks really good. You like those? Like them a lot better than the other ones, huh? Yeah, that was great. You better savor this. This is the last one. Next, I'll be going to college to watch you play there. And I do intend to go there, okay? So you better do well. Piccolo and flute. Very, very good.